The Farmer to Farmer tour was led by American Farm Bureau President Bob Stallman. The tour began in Brazil, the undisputed economic powerhouse of agriculture here in South America. But as This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's Johnna Miller tells us, farming in the ag powerhouse that is Brazil is not without its challenges.
Brazil is U.S. agriculture's biggest competition these days. It's the #1 exporter for a long list of commodities, from coffee to poultry to ethanol, and is gaining on the U.S. top spot in soybeans, corn, and beef. For members of the American Farm Bureau's Trade Advisory Committee, seeing was believing.
34 kernels long, that's still not bad.
The chance to see the competition with their own eyes was one reason for this trade mission. Scott Vanderwall of South Dakota took an extra close look by counting kernels here at the San Miguel farm, comparing yields to his crops back in Brookings County.
They're doing a good job of raising corn. Generally, in our area, if we can raise soybeans, we can raise corn, and they're saying that they can't raise corn as successfully because of the environment, and the day length is the main reason that they talk about. But there's certainly nothing wrong with this, and usually expenses and the costs of raising your crop adjust accordingly to what you can raise, so they'll be successful at it. Like you said, they're our competition, and we need to work with them.
But while the nation's potential was obvious, so were the obstacles Brazilian farmers and ranchers face every day.
For example, in this area, known as the Cerrado or Savannah region, landowners, farmers, have to take 20% of their land out of production. They can't use it at all, and that doesn't even include the waterway buffer strips they have to put in on top of that.
And some regions are required to set aside up to 80% of their land. On top of environmental regulations, infrastructure is weak, and rural landowners often have to put up and maintain power lines to their property. But Brazil is working on the problem, and better infrastructure and technology will make them even more of a powerhouse.
That's why we got to partner with them. We got to work with them. We can't afford a confrontation with them over world markets. I guess, you know, if you're thinking that I'm thinking collusion, I'm not, but I'm thinking, why cut the legs out under each other?
Because as world population grows, it's going to take both of these Western Hemisphere breadbaskets to keep people fed. I'm Johnna Miller for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
Now, agriculture in Brazil represents 6% of the country's GDP. Last year, all Brazilian exports accounted for more than $200 billion.